Today is September 8th, 2011, and we are at the Veterans Home in Quincy, Illinois. We are interviewing Mr. Michael Brewster Hazen. Is your last name?
Yeah.
And he was born on December 14th, 1933. And Tony Miller, Paula Hillenbrink, Josh Vasic, and Matthew Painter are here doing the interview. And we are working with Vatterott College in Quincy, Illinois. The Warren branch of service was the military, and he didn't serve during wartime. His rank was 3rd class. He was an electrician, and he served in, where would you say? In Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor.
Yeah. Okay. I'm still kind of new with all this stuff. Alrighty. Well, we're going to ask you some questions that'll jog your memory and kind of make you think about a few things. Some of these questions we'd already talked about, so I'll kind of skip over those. Why did you join the Navy?
Because I didn't want to go to Korea.
Okay.
Because I joined the Navy before I would have got drafted. Because I was 17, almost 18.
Aha.
And no sooner did I join the Navy than I get a letter in the mail saying, if you join the Navy or something like that, disregard this letter. So.
Oh, so perfect
so
timing.
So it worked out fine. I got into the Navy before they drafted me.
And they could have drafted you into any service then, or any branch of the military?
Well, just the Navy.
The Navy?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you recall your first days in service? How were those?
Boot camp.
Yeah, how was that?
I was down in San Diego. They didn't send me to north of Chicago to Great Lakes, and it was in the wintertime.
Ooh.
And I was glad that they sent me to San Diego.
So the weather wasn't too bad then?
No, the weather was pretty nice down there, yeah.
And how was the boot camp? Did you have a hard time?
No, I didn't have a hard time. No.
Did you enjoy it, or?
Well, I had to do it, so
Something you had to do.
Yeah, I had to do it, yes, sir.
All righty.
Do you remember your instructors?
No.
No?
That's been a long time ago. Back in the 50s.
While you were in this service, how did you stay in touch with your family?
Letters.
With letters?
To Peoria, yeah.
And was the food any good? Did you like the food that you had to eat there?
Well, yes, because I was hungry. It's like the food here.
Yeah, you were just eating because you're hungry.
Uh-huh.
What was a normal day like?
What?
What was a normal day like on the ship?
Oh, the normal day?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you had your watches. Sometimes you went down on watch 4 hours, and then you're off 4 hours, and 4 hours down on watch. If we had more people to stay and watch, there'd be an 8-hour period before you went down and did a 4-hour watch. But it'd vary all the time. And that's the way that worked. And it seems like we're out at sea most of the time, running around.
How did you guys entertain yourselves? What did you do for fun?
Well, I wouldn't want to say.
Well, sure, you can give us all the fun details.
Well, we drank beer. Drank beer. Yeah, sure.
And did you play cards, or did you play games?
I didn't play cards. No.
And then there's this question here that says, were there entertainers? But
no.
Probably not on the ship. I wouldn't
well,
think.
when we came back from Japan and Korea, the Hawaiian girls were standing on the dock doing their hula, of course. That's the only entertainment that I saw.
So did you go to like the clubs and go out with all your Navy men, or?
Yes. I was very lucky to run into somebody from Peoria.
Oh, wow.
My dad knew him, and rather than stay at the YMCA, I stayed at his house.
Oh, wow. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, and when I had weekends off, I stayed a lot of weekends at his house, and so it made it nice.
Yeah.
Get out of downtown Honolulu, tattoo shops and all kinds of shops. Yeah.
Did you get a tattoo while you were
No,
there?
no,
tattoo
no,
for
no.
you, huh?
Uh-uh.
What did you do when you were on leave?
Went home,
Went home.
to folks' house, yeah.
Do you remember any particular humorous or unusual events that happened to you?
Wait a minute, let me think. No, I can't. That's why I was overseas. No, I mean, I think I'm usually thinking of Honolulu because that's where I spent more time.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent a year on a ship in the West Coast, San Francisco. No, I can't think of anything.
Not really any. So, did you play any pranks on anyone when you were
No.
on the ship, or did anyone play any pranks on you?
No.
No, it was all pretty serious down to.
Oh yeah,
business?
yeah. Because you couldn't get away with it.
Without getting in trouble, huh?
Hmm.
So, do you have any photographs at all of?
Oh yeah, I think my son's got them.
Well, we would have liked to see those. That would have been interesting to see you back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you recall the day that your service ended?
Yes. Well, not the particular day, but the year.
Mm-hmm.
I got discharged a month earlier, so I could go to Bradley University in Peoria. So they let me go a month earlier so I could start class.
Aha.
And that's about the best thing I've ever ran into.
Yeah.
Get out a month early.
Yeah, exactly. Did you have a hard time leaving your family to go?
Oh,
to the
yes,
military?
yes. Mm-hmm.
Did you have a girlfriend or a spouse or anyone that you had to leave other than your parents?
Oh, I dated when I was in high school, yeah. But
Nothing serious that
No.
you had to part with. That's good.
yeah.
Did you make any close friends while you were in the service?
Well, the people were from Peoria that lived outside of Honolulu. They were friends, and that's about the main friends I had. Civilians.
Did you get pretty tight on the ship with your other fellow Navy men, or
Pretty what?
did you get pretty tight? Did you guys all have a close relationship?
Oh,
or-
yeah, we did. There's another guy from Peoria. He was not a radio man, but he repaired radios, and I was an electrician, and I used to go to their shop and visit all the time.
After the war?
No.
Or after your time in service?
No.
No?
During service.
during service.
We were on the same ship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you continue any of those relationships after your time of service?
No, we didn't. No, I didn't.
Do you see the fellow in Honolulu that lived
Oh, he
there?
died.
Oh, he passed
See,
away.
he was about my dad's age,
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
or a little bit younger. But
So what career did you do after you left the military?
Oh, well, I worked construction. I helped put 74 through Peoria, Interstate 74. Drove a soft water truck, not Culligan. And I got tired of doing that, and I joined the fire department in Peoria.
Oh, wow.
Put 20 years on the fire department.
Oh, wow. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But you have lots of stories.
Oh, I liked the fire department, yeah.
Yeah, I bet so.
All we did was sleep until we got a call.
But then when you got a
paid
call,
for,
you
and
were
got
pretty
paid for
busy,
it.
though.
But yeah, I'm paying to stay here, and they pay me for staying there.
What's wrong with this, huh?
That's the way I look at it.
So how do you feel that the service and your experiences that you had affected your life?
I wouldn't know how other. I mean, if I wasn't in the service, I don't know what to expect. I mean, you know, which way it would work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's
So did you use your engineering skill or your electrical skills then with the fire department, or?
No, I was a firefighter. Put fires out.
Okay.
I drove a pumper and I drove a 100-foot aerial.
Oh, wow. And what
You've
did
seen
you,
them run around town here.
yeah.
Yeah.
What did you take classes for when you came back and you started college? What classes did you take?
I actually I took a wood shop, an electrical course, a metal shop, but when it comes to like reading and all that, I'm not good at that.
Mm-hmm.
So I took these other courses because Bradley has a lot of those courses that offer,
Yeah.
and I took that, the wood course and a metal course, and of course we had a, see, what course was it? Oh, I flunked that terrible. We want you to read so many chapters of this book and write out what you think of it. I write one column about that long, and he flunked me.
Oh. You didn't really think much of the reading.
I didn't care anyway. I was out with the boys drinking beer.
Aha, aha.
Having a good time.
Oh, yes. The Navy never left me when I went to Bradley.
Did you miss your time when you were done? Did you miss being on the ship with your
No.
other men?
No.
No.
It's nice to be free again.
Was it nice to be free and kind of get back into normal civilian
Normal
life?
routine, yeah.
What countries did you see while you were in the Navy?
What's that?
What countries did you see?
Japan, Korea, a couple of the Hawaiian Islands, but the ship was stationed at Pearl Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
But we went to Korea patrol after the war, and we'd go up to the 38th parallel, and it'd be a Korean ship coming down from North Korea, hit the 38th parallel, and we'd turn around, go back, we'd go and meet again, and we'd do that for a week, and then we'd go to Japan for a while, and go back over there and do that for a while.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah.
So did you get off of the ship in Korea and did you get to
No,
go out into the country at all?
uh-uh. Did not.
What about Japan? Were you able to do
Oh yeah,
that?
we were in dry dock in Japan.
And what did you think of Japan?
I liked Japan. It was nice.
How did it seem to differ? How did the culture seem to differ from America?
How the what?
How did the culture, the way of life?
Oh,
of the
a
people?
lot different. Yeah. Of course, living in Peoria, you didn't see any Orientals,
Yeah.
and it was quite different. Of course, Hawaiians were kind of Oriental,
Mm-hmm.
but not quite.
Mm-hmm. And what did you do for fun when you were in Japan?
I did a lot of sightseeing, took a lot of pictures.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. I'd take an electric train. I almost went to Tokyo one day. Got off. I can't think of the name of the city. Took some pictures there. And then later on, hopped a train, went back to where the ship was. But that's about it.
Do a lot of drinking there too?
Huh?
Do a lot of drinking there too?
Drinking.
Did you guys go to
Yeah,
the pubs
and-
or the bars in Japan?
Beer was about a quarter, 25 cents. And the big bottles are just about a pint. The beer came in big bottles. Not like the little 12-ounce bottles we got here, or cans we got here, but they were big bottles.
Yeah.
And it was stronger, more alcohol to it.
Oh my!
Yeah.
So how
So
did
good times.
the bars differ, or the area? How did it differ from like America when you were there in Japan? Like when you went out on an evening, how was that different from like when you would go out in Peoria?
Well, I didn't go out in the evening.
You didn't go out in the evenings.
No.
Did you find that the Japan women, did they flock to you military men, or did they give you lots of attention, or did they just kind of not really pay attention?
Not really pay attention to us, no.
Okay.
Did you see much effects of World War II still in Japan when you were there?
No, I wasn't there during World War II.
No, but did you see effects of World War II upon Japan?
No, because they rebuilt. They dropped 2 A-bombs on Japan during World War II. And of course, they rebuilt the cities since then. And crowded all over. This crowded, the cities are crowded with people. And they're packed in there like sardines. I mean, it's really crowded.
Does anyone else have any questions?
What did you like most about your military career?
Sightseeing like Japan and two other Hawaiian islands. The A-bomb go off. I was 10 miles from the A-bomb test. Blew up a whole island, and well, that's about all there was to do. Drink beer.
Would you go back to Japan or Hawaii ever?
I'd go back. I went back to Hawaii 10 years after I got out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Would you go back again if you could?
Hawaii? Yeah, I would. Now, I saw in the Peoria paper, I get the Peoria paper down here, the battleship Missouri is docked above the Arizona. It's a new memorial.
Mm-hmm.
The battleship Missouri. Because they built a memorial. It was like a bridge that went over the Arizona, and you could walk up and look down at it. I never did. But I went across it many times in a small boat and looked down and see it.
Wow.
Yeah. But when they sank it, they had to cut it off below the water line, so small boats could go across.
Yeah.
Big boats couldn't go across because they drew too much water.
How long did it take you to do your training for your electrician job in the military? Like, did they train you constantly, or did you have a period of just training time, and then you were sent out to do your job?
I was trained while I was working. I didn't go to
Kind
school.
of on the job.
Yeah, I didn't go to school, and I'd run the generators, replace some wiring, and when they shot the cannons off, the 5-inchers off, the vibration would blow the light bulbs, and you had to go up with a glove on and screw out the light bulb and screw a new one in.
Oh, wow.
Well, we went through a lot of light bulbs. Maybe during the World War II, that's why you could hardly get light bulbs.
Huh.
That's interesting, yeah. Wow.
Couple of $100,000 of light bulbs.
So when you returned home, how was that? How were your parents? I'm sure were glad to see you. And
You mean on leave?
when you returned home from after
After my service?
Yeah, your time.
Oh, yeah, I liked it. Yeah, sure.
And did you go to work right away then, or you went to college? You took those classes. Right
Yeah, I
away?
flunked out of there because I
You were
played
having
around.
Too much fun, huh?
Yeah. I just took easy courses.
Took what was fun.
What was your motivation behind taking the courses? Why did you feel
Because
that you
I was an
needed to-
electrician, I took an electrical course and a wood course, a metal course, a metal course. But when it came to reading,
You weren't interested.
no.
Why didn't you just go straight to work? Why did you do the classes?
Because I got out a month earlier to go to school.
Oh.
Because
so
school
you-
started at a certain time and my discharge date was at a certain time. but they let me go a month earlier, so.
Had you ever considered staying in the military longer?
No. They tempted me. Hey, ship over for another 60, we'll give you 30 days leave and $1,000 or something like that. I said, no, for 6 years. And then I'd have 10 years on. And they say, oh, you got 10 years on, you might as well go for 20. See, that's the idea.
Yeah.
I said, no.
Has the military changed the way your life is today?
No. I forgot about it. Well, the fire department did. 20 years on that.
I bet.
Yeah.
That's always interesting.
Oh,
to
that
me.
was interesting, yes.
Yeah.
See, I had a lot of firefighting training at Pearl Harbor, and they needed 17 men on the Peoria Fire Department. So I went down to the police station and filled out a form and everything, and I got a letter, we'll take you, because you had experience, and went through training to get on the fire department, and that was it. So I stayed on 20 years.
Wow. So your military training then allowed you to
Yes, it helped.
help to get in the job. Well, that's
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So was your education then, when you took the classes, was your education was it supported by the GI Bill then? Did you?
I think it was, yeah. Yeah, it was, because the GI Bill was still going on, yeah. But I flunked out because I was too busy doing other things.
How long did you stay in class then, in school? How long?
Well, 2 semesters.
2 semesters.
Yeah. I was on probation the 2nd semester, and I kind of upped my grades on the reading. It was, I can't think the name of the class. You read a book and then you had to write something what you read. And I only do a column about that long, thick, and he says, "Well, that won't work, Mike." I said, "Okay, I don't care."
Did you explain to him that you had just served for your country and he should probably make that work?
No, I didn't. No.
So had you attended any reunions for
what?
for the men that you served with? Did you ever
No, heck,
What
that's
many
years
reunions?
ago. That was in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 77 now. So, yeah.
So is there anything that you would like to add, or anything that we haven't covered in the interview?
Well, I can't think of anything. I did a lot of swimming at Waikiki Beach, and did a lot of swimming.
So you would do that on your downtime, or did you
Well,
have to do that on leave?
I get the weekends off,
Mhm.
and I take. Let's see, Honolulu is about 9-10 miles from Pearl Harbor. I took a bus in, and
How long were you in that area?
2 years.
2 years.
And then,
Did you
of course,
do
we
any
went to
dating?
Japan and all the other places.
Did you do any dating of the Hawaiian women, or?
No, I didn't. One other good thing I should talk about, and I was proud of that. You've heard of Dole Pineapple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I ran into Dick Dole.
Oh, really? Wow.
Well, his dad started the pineapple business,
Mm-hmm.
and he was his son. He was older than I, much older. And he made me first mate aboard his 37-foot sailboat.
Oh, wow.
So I lived, instead of staying at the YMCA, I lived on his boat. He gave me the key to it.
Oh, wow. Well,
And we
that's
go sailing
nice.
weekends.
Wow.
We go so far out you couldn't see land, and we turn around and come back.
Oh, wow.
We had a good time,
Yeah,
yeah.
you were living the life, huh?
Oh, yeah, yes, yes.
That's awesome.
hmm And then I take the bus to town from Pearl, and I get off at the canning factory, and I see Mr. Dole. What's your name? I told him my name, Mike Hazen. Mike Hazen, here's, send him on in, send him on in. He went in his private office. Oh, I had a good time.
How did you meet him there?
I met him in a bar
In a bar?
out at Waikiki Beach area about 8 o'clock one night. I was in uniform. He says, hi, sailor. I says, hi. And he says, how do you like the Navy? I said, oh, so-so, you know, so-so. I says, I like the water, though. Oh, you do? Would you like to go sailing? I says, oh, yeah, I used to live in Wisconsin, have a sailboat, a small one. Well, I got a 37-foot job. Would you like to go sailing next Sunday? You got next Sunday off? I said, sure.
Wow.
So he made me first mate, and I lived on the boat.
That's awesome.
It was really made out.
So you did your job Monday through Friday, and then you had every weekend
Well,
off?
not every
or-
weekend.
But you had
I had about 3
Sundays.
weekends off, and then I had to work a weekend. Yeah. Then they made me a MP, and I carried my own pass, and I could come and go whenever I wanted to.
Well, that's nice.
Oh yeah, that was nice.
Any other questions?
Nothing else, huh?
Well, we want to thank you for your time.
Okay.
We'll get the video, a copy of it. Byron will get a copy of it to you.
Okay. Yeah, fine.
And we've really enjoyed talking with you.
All
and
right.
Thank you, Mike.
listening to
Yeah,
your
sure.
stories and
Now, what type of film